Jack Cafferty is joining us this hour with the Cafferty File. Hey, Jack.
Suzanne, Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy should step down now because he can no longer do the job he was elected to do. Jeff Jacoby, in a column in the Boston Globe, points out this is no fault of Kennedy's. The 77-year-old senator is battling brain cancer. The details on his condition have been quiet, but he was too sick to attend the funeral of his sister, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, a couple of weeks ago. Last week, Kennedy sent a letter requesting a change in Massachusetts law that would allow the Democratic governor of that state to name a successor to fill a senator's uncompleted term. This would lock in 2 Democratic votes in the Senate from Massachusetts should Kennedy be unable to continue to participate. The current state law calls for a special election to fill a vacated seat until the term is up. But that could leave the seat unfilled for a time, and that time would likely fall during a crucial vote on health care reform, which, of course, has been one of Kennedy's causes. In this letter, Senator Kennedy said he wants the state leaders in Massachusetts to change the law and permit a temporary appointment in the interest of the citizens of the state. Nice try, Senator. In 2004, the law calling for a vacancy to be filled by someone appointed by the governor was changed at the urging of Kennedy and others. At the time, there was a Republican governor, and Democratic Senator John Kerry was running for president. The move was aimed at preventing a Republican governor from appointing a Republican senator to fill Kerry's seat if he'd won the election. Now the tables have turned. Kennedy wants the law changed back. So obviously, the senator's not too sick to play some very raw politics. Here's the question. Is it time for Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy to resign? Go to CNN.com/Cafferty File. Post a comment on my blog.
Okay,
Suzanne.
thank you, Jack. Jack Cafferty joining us again. Jack.
The question this hour, Suzanne, is it time for Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy to resign? That's based on a column that was in the Boston Globe this morning suggesting that, in fact, it is time. Albert in Los Angeles writes, is this some kind of double standard? George Bush and Sarah Palin were never truly able to do the jobs they were elected to do. Ted Kennedy could be brain dead and do a better job than either of those two. Ben in Boston, Massachusetts says, sad to say, the senator should have stepped down several months ago when it became clear his health would prevent his fulfilling his duties in the Senate. There could have been a special election this fall and a new senator by the time that the health care vote comes along. Jason writes, can we say term limits? If they weren't so worried about getting reelected, they actually might vote with a clear head and make 1 or 2 intelligent choices on behalf of the rest of us. Anytime a legislator needs to purchase a home in or around D.C. because it's become their permanent home, it's time for them to leave. Annie in Atlanta writes, it sounds like he may be getting his ducks in a row to do just that. And why shouldn't he play raw politics for a lifelong cause? What's left of the Republican Party certainly has convened its army of mouth-breathing knuckle-draggers to scream against our best interests in favor of corporate profit at any cost. Game on. Jackie in Dallas says this is not our decision to make. Senator Kennedy's constituents have voted him into that office consistently for 9 terms. He's noted for his ability to work with Republicans and to craft bills, more than 300, that have passed and become law. If nothing else, his advice should be sought on a variety of issues. And Jack writes from Nice, California, I have all the respect in the world for Ted Kennedy, but the shape this country's in, I think it'd be a good time for everybody in Congress and the Senate to resign. I think you might be onto something. If you didn't see your email here, you can go to my blog, CNN.com/Cafferty File. Look for yours there among hundreds of others. Suzanne, this has been so much fun. I think we should do it again tomorrow. What do you think?
We're going to do it again tomorrow, Jack.
Okay.
And again and again.
Until we get it right.
All right.